So, Lynn, your character Deja is, this coveted beauty on the planet of Mars, but more importantly, she's a science whiz and she can kick butt.
Yeah.
And I heard that you are a natural at martial arts and basically beating people up. I mean, is that true? Are you coming to the table with skills here?
My parents were sort of trained me in Okinawan style karate called Shitoru, and I was also a gymnast. And then I went to Juilliard, which they emphasize movement every day for like 2 hours a day, different kinds each year. And there was a Suzuki training, which is kabuki training, that I had, which was very physical too. So really by the time I started working, I was like, this is why I went to school for training, because those are my tools and I could pull them all out. So when they cast me, I was like, well, yeah, these are my tools. I got them. I was confident in them.
So you can just whip out like fight moves whenever you want.
Kind of.
It comes naturally.
Punching's easy.
And you studied theater, and that's a big part of your background. Does that help you kind of get worked in? Like, what is the physical aspect of bringing a character to life for you? Or when you're on set, what are you doing to kind of get in the zone?
Well, one of the things about the green screen and everything, and all of this characters, and people on stilts and on backpacks and heads and boats and dune buggies and all of this, I have already in my mechanism the fourth wall from theater, which you're ignoring hundreds of people in their faces.
Sure.
So bringing that into this equation made all of it very easy, to the point to where like stuff that was funny, I was like, this is not really funny to me, because it's easy to do this. It's easy to interact with these creatures, and also knowing Andrew's vision so well. It was like, oh, I know what this is going to be, so I'm not freaked out by it.
But even your personal process, I know there's actors who like need to go in their trailers and kind of get in the zone, but are you more of a physical person? Do you like getting worked up before you hit the set?
Well, it was tricky. I normally go back to my trailer, but with this particular project, I fell in love with everyone. And so I wanted to stay around my director and my producers and my fellow actors. And that actually gave me more energy. I found that the more interactive I was, the more in the moment I could be when the camera was on, and the less nervous I was. It was sort of like the closer I could be to the camera when it was on me, the less it would frighten me.
Sure. And because you're kind of like going to war with this crew, you become really tight with everyone, like you said. I mean, was that carrying off set? Are you guys like just hanging out all the time to kind of have that bond so you can get back on set and do a great job?
Well, Taylor and I had known each other for we've known each other for 7 years. So we were very chummy, and that was all it took. It was just I had to trust him completely. And there was this one moment, I see our stunt people way, way, way up, and they drop. And I'm like, yeah, that is amazing. That was so cool. I'll turn around, and they're like, Lynn, time to get in your harness. And I looked at him, and he said, no regrets, Collins. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do every stunt now, because
You're challenging each other.
He just challenged me for the duration. He had to say it once, and he knew the type of person I was.
So it's a little competitive.
It's a little competitive, but that's the nature of Deja and John too, that it's through their competitiveness that they find intimacy,